So when we are factoring quadratic trinomials with a equals 1, we're going to have a coefficient of 1 in front of our x squared. Okay? That's also called a leading coefficient. We're going to learn a lot about leading coefficients as we progress throughout this semester. So 1x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now, in order to factor this, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the first term and the last term. And then we're going to determine what factors of the last term will add up to the middle term. Basically speaking, that's how it's done. So, I break my trinomial into two sets of parentheses. These are going to contain binomials. Inside parentheses, I'm going to basically take the square root of the first term. What's the square root of x squared? X, right? So x and x is what goes first inside my parentheses. All right, then I can ask myself, well, can I take the square root of 3? The answer is no. So I need to look for factors of 3 that add up to 4. What are those factors? 1 and 3. Then I can check myself using the O and the I of the FOIL method. Now, O and I, all right, outside and inside. Outside, 1x. Inside, 3x. 1x plus 3x is 4x. I just confirmed that this works. Now, okay, here are two more examples. You can copy these down real quick. So let's look at these two examples. All right, again, a is 1. So we don't write the 1, but it's there. All right, we are going to take the square root of x squared. That's x and x. Then you look for the factors of 8 that add up to 6. Okay? 4 plus 2 is 6. So the factors of 8 that work are 2 and 4. Number 3, same deal. Notice we've got all positives on these. So we've got x and x, and then the factors of 30 that add up to 11 are 5 and 6. Very simple. All right, let's look at another set of problems. Okay, this is a little different because we have a negative in the middle. So in this problem, it's a little different because we've got a minus here in this middle term. But we're going to do it the same way. Notice that the middle term is negative, the last term is positive. So again, we're going to take the square root of x squared, that gives us x and x. Then we're looking for the factors of 32 that add up to 12. Except this time, since it's a negative 12, both of our signs have to be negative. So negative 4 and negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 32. And negative 4 plus negative 8 is negative 12. So the rule is simple. If you've got the same sign, if you've got positive, positive, obviously you're going to have positives. If you've got negative, positive, you're going to have negatives. Okay? The same sign positive if you have positive, positive. Same sign negative if you have negative, positive.
So, like, when we get a picture, all we doing is write what's in the name, what it is. Like,
Yeah.
just like.
Yep. All right, let's look at another example. Okay, here's the same type of problem. X squared minus 36x plus 35. Okay, again, square root of x squared is x, so put x and x. And then the factors of 35 that add up to 36 are 35 and 1. But since the middle sign's negative, the last sign's positive, they're both negative signs inside parentheses.
The second one, I thought the first one, if it was positive and they both be the same, if the negative would be different.
It's the second one that you look at.
Oh, well, I didn't get my phone.
Okay, so in number 6, x squared plus 8x minus 9. The key thing here is that the last sign is negative. This means that in parentheses you're going to have a positive and a negative. It doesn't matter what order you put the positive and the negative. I mean, I generally put the positive first. But what it means is you're going to have to make sure you put the appropriate factor with the sign. So, you know you're going to have x and x. My last term is -9, so I want the factors of -9 that combine to give positive 8. Now here's the tricky, or it's really not tricky, it's a really good rule to go by. The larger factor is always going to go with the sign that's in the middle. So if the middle sign is positive, then whatever the larger factor is of 9 that you use, it goes with that sign. So the larger factor is 9, it needs to go with the positive. 9 minus 1 is 8. So if the last sign's negative, you're going to think of it kind of like subtraction. Alright? So my factors are 9 and 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. It goes there. What if this had been a -8? Where would the 9 have gone? The 9 would have gone with the negative sign instead of positive. Why? Because if this was -8, 1 minus 9 is -8. Okay, look at this one. This is a situation just like what I just discussed. So we've got x squared minus 10x minus 24. X and x. I want the factors of -24 that combine to get -10. Now in other words, they are 10 units apart, basically. So what factors of 12 are 10? What factors of 24 are 10 units apart? 2 and 12. Okay. Now the 12 is the larger factor. So that means the 12 needs to go with whichever parentheses has the negative. Goes here. -12 plus 2 is -10. -12 times 2 is -24. So we're looking for the factors of that last number that combine to give me that middle number. And if you think of it that way, you should never miss one of these. The factors of the last number that combine to give me the middle number. All right? Let's see if we have another example here. We do not. So, I'm going to give you a worksheet now, and we're going to practice some of these. They're very basic.